Questions stay to next week. I will indulge the Honorable Mwenje and go back to order number 4. Go ahead. I see your petition is very long. Try to go through very quickly.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you for your indulgence. This public petition 9 of 2024 regarding land ownership dispute of land parcel LR 209/11970 Dandora Molem, area Kangundo Road.
Honorable Mwenje, common decency requires that you apologize to the House for coming late.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, let me apologize for coming late. I was rushed to the table office to correct the same. So thank you, Honorable Speaker, and once again I apologize for being late. I, the undersigned, on behalf of the residents of Embakasi West constituency, who are the members of a Amani self-help group, draw the attention of the House to the following: that the undersigned members and their families have been residing in Molem area, Kangundo Road, Nairobi, in Embakasi West constituency, in land LR number 209/11970 since the year 2000. That initial survey details had indications that the same was designed as public land, hence lacking a title until one was allegedly processed and issued on 15th October 2010. That the members who were initially 74 are now a large and enterprising community of over 260 residents. That the members have constructed permanent houses and shopping centers on the land parcel, including social amenities, including schools with electricity and water connectivity. That the subject land is now being claimed by Mr. Charles Monene Gatimo and Ms. Catherine Karegi Kamancha, who proceeded to secure a grant on 15th October 2010. That Mr. Charles Monene Gatimo previously served as a senior demolition officer with the defunct City Council of Nairobi, while Ms. Catherine Karegi Kamanja's husband was a senior officer at the Survey of Kenya, and Ms. Catherine Karegi Karanja working with the then Ministry of Lands, Nairobi. That the circumstances under which the two, Mr. Charles Monene Gatimo, Ms. Catherine Karegi Kamanja, obtained the said grant, excluding Charles Karegi Kamanja, whose name was on the subject letter allotment issued on 20th July 1993, have not been explained. That the Department of Lands in Nairobi issued out 2 letters of allotment, one to Charles Arabsigei, Charles Monene Gatimo, and Catherine Kamanja, Department of Lands. That these persons use their positions to illegally register themselves as the owners of the said property. That a similar letter of allotment was issued by the said Department of Lands to a Amani self-help group for an unsurveyed residential plot. That it is unclear how a title grant could be processed when the members of the said Amani self-help group were on the subject land parcel. That the title grant for the subject land parcel LR 209/11970 was signed by the then Zablon Agwata Mabe on 15th October 2010, when the members of a Amani self-help group had been in occupation for over 10 years. That on 4th February 2009, Mr. Charles Monene Gatimo alone saw an affidavit accompanied with a letter to the Director of Surveys claiming that he had lost the deed plan number 176452 LR 209/11970. That in response to the said letter, a licensed surveyor, Mrs. Rocco Omala, advised the Director of Surveys, Nairobi, to issue a certified copy of the said deed plan and release the same to Act Service by letter dated 12th January 2009. That efforts by a Amani self-help group to access the correspondence file from neither the Chief Land Registration Officer, Nairobi, or the Director Land Administration has been futile. That the initial land parcel surrounding the subject land grant LR number 2099611 have registration numbers with 4 digits, while LR 209/11970 has 5 digits. A confirmation that the said title grant could have been superimposed in the area to secure a title which has got no records. That it is incumbent upon the Lands Ministry officials to take clarification as to whether due process was followed in the processing of the grant LR 209/11970. That the Cabinet Secretary of Lands, through the Land Ministry officials, makes available the letter of application for allocation of the land by Charles Arabsigei, Charles Monene Gatimo, Catherine Kamanja, and their respective approvals, and any premium payment made. that the efforts to resolve the matter with the relevant ministry and agencies have been futile, that the issues in respect of this petition is made and are not pending before any court of law, constitutional or statutory body. Therefore, your humble petitioners pray that the National Assembly, through the Public Petitions Committee 1, establishes the status of ownership of LR 209-11970 in Dandora Molem area, Kangundo Road, Nairobi, in Embakasi West constituency, vis-a-vis the allegedly illegally acquired title deed held by the private developers. 2, intervenes to have the government, through the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, to avail or table all legal documents in regard to ownership of LR 209-11970 in Dandora Molem, Kangundo area in Embakasi West constituency. 3, makes any other order or direction that it deems fit in the circumstances. This petition, Honorable Speaker, is presented by myself as Member of Parliament for Embakasi West, and I thank you for your indulgence once again. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Mwenje. We'll commit the petition to the Committee on Public Petitions to report back as is required in 60 days. Is Nimrod here? The Vice Chair? Yes, Janet, you report back in 60 days. Honorable Sioi and Honorable Namwar, I had already directed that your statements be pushed to next week, but on your intervention, I'll direct for them to be on